Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today, that's not supposed to be in there, today's card is going to be very simple. I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Christmas Cheer card kit, and yes, I'm making a Christmas card in February, but I haven't been able to use or get to use this kit as much as I wanted to. I'm not even sure I've done a video. Oh, I did do a video because the Craft Consortium 3D decoupage came in it, and I did 5 cards I think with that. So there's also an embossing folder, little stars, which is very cool, from the Rainbow Splash collection, I think is what you want to call it. And then I also you also get the Christmas Cheer stamp set, which I'm dying to use, but that's a lot of colouring and I don't have time today for that. So we're going to use the paper pack that came with it. So this is the, I'm trying to think, is this Prima? I think this is a Prima collection. It was in one of the other kits quite a while ago. And basically there's lots of different, each page has a sort of a background and then has other bits or elements you could cut up. So the one I cut up was the one that had these sort of little, you could use these as tags, and then, whoops, and then on the back is just a cool pattern. But what I did was I actually cut off the bottom section, so these are 6x6 papers, and created, I just then had blocks of sort of 3x4 of these little things as a little background. So we're going to keep it really simple for this card. So that's the papers I used. So that was an easy way to get you know, some colour and some background, and to, you know, use your papers, because I am terrible for doing that. So the other thing that we're going to use is the die that came in the kit. This is the Joy die, and it's actually a shadow and a outline. So it's a very fine detail. But I like that there's a shadow that you can put on it. It comes like this. I haven't cut it apart because I'm going to do something today and hopefully it works. So we're actually going to make 2 cards in this video, but you can cut these apart so that you can, these little pips there, so you can cut them apart and do them separately and get a different look to the one that we're going to go for today. But this is the Fanciful Joy die from Simon. So let's do this. This is going to be very simple. I have 2 white card bases. They are both A2 size, and they are 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And this is the Nina 110 cardstock, which often comes in the kits, which I love. So I use these as card bases because it's a nice sturdy card base. So I'll just pop those to one side for now. Then what I did was I cut, like I say, these little images out. So this is sort of 3x4 in size, and I have 2 of them. And then I also cut an 1/8 of an inch bigger piece of red cardstock. This happens to be Simon's cardstock from a newer card kit, which has also got a winter theme, the Yeti one. So, but I can't remember what the colour is. Well, I can't remember the name of the colour, but it's a red cardstock, and it actually matched really well with this one. Then I've got a green textured cardstock here, which I actually think is Tonic Studios, and this green matched with the colours in the background of this one. So those are just going to layer simply like that. So in fact, let's just do that now, because the next bit, which is, you know, going to be the most difficult bit, none of this is difficult, guys, so I will just get these stuck on. If I can, just straight onto these panels, just like so. It's very simple. Nothing I do is difficult. Those of you who have been here a while, you know that. I also can't do straight lines, you also know that. But I'm just going to get these stuck together. So they're the sort of main base piece for the rest of the I guess topper. Is that what we used to call them in the old days? Yeah, something like that. Right, so we got these two, and they just give it a little bit of a layered look. And I wanted to keep this super simple. But what we're going to do an inlay. Now I've put some double-sided, which also came in one of the kits. Actually, did this come in this kit? This might have come, a piece of this may have come in this kit, but I had some extra anyway. So I just used it, cut to the size of the piece of cardstock, so this red shiny that came in the kit, and this is actually a Tim Holtz, can't see it there, but it's one of his 8x8 craft ones, can't remember what they're called now. So that was also in the kit, so I just cut a piece that would fit the die, and then I cut it, put the cardstock against this so that you could, you know, just to measure it, and then I peeled off, because there's like an edge here, peeled off this side and stuck that to the back of the shiny cardstock, ran it through my die cut machine with the die pressing into the foiled card, and then carefully took them off. Now it's all, which means now that it's all sticky on the back. That was a very long story, but that's where we're at. So I thought the red outline, because we're gonna use the leftovers from each in the other one. That's the idea. So I thought the red outline for this one would be work better with this card. So I am going to actually grab an acrylic block, and I'm going to carefully take off the letters so that I can get the main piece stuck down. And these are very delicate, very, very fine detail, as you can see there. That would look nice. And then I'm going to attempt to get the backer off, which actually worked really well. And I'm going to stick this straight down. Yes, I'm in my elf PJs. Don't judge me. It's February, but hey ho. And then I'm just going to line this up somewhat straight. You guys know. That'll do. That can go in there. And then these pieces need to go back in here as well. But I think what I'll do is I will wait to put those back in there, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm going to do the same thing with the gold one, except that I can take the gold letters now from that one and inlay them into this guy. Is this not just the coolest idea ever? Yes, I said that. It's not my idea. I'm sure all of you have done this before. But I love a good inlay technique. There's just something about it. So now we've got the gold in there, I can put these extra pieces back in here. And this is just a little bit of something different, but I think it will make a nice card. Now the reason I also put these two pieces back in afterwards is because if I tried to put line those up in the middle, I might have got it right, but this is me, so I probably wouldn't have. So then my little O and the fine detail here would not have maybe lined up properly. So that was just an easier way to do that. So now we're going to do the same thing with the gold. And just line it up again, somewhat centered-ish, maybe, a little bit maybe. They don't have to be exactly the same. This is not about making these two the same, but just so that I get the word where I want it. And the reason I went in the middle is because then you can still see some of the images around that little bit better. So putting the red ones now into the gold. Oops. like that. That little dude, and then the Y. And they do sit really nicely in there. Because I've used cardstock, they are quite sturdy. If you had to use something flimsier, like a vellum maybe, or something like that, it might be a little more fiddly to, you know, to get the fine detail bits, because they are really, really delicate. So what I want to do is pop something over the top, maybe this way. No, that's probably not going to work. I basically want to try and burnish that on there a little bit, because once you burnish it, then it'll be properly adhered. And this is just I think this is for dough, but I use it for like stencil stuff. So that's what that is. So then you've got this nice little dude in the middle there. Just says joy, we don't need anything else. So the quick, simple Christmas card. And then you've got that one as well, which I think is very cool. So all we need to do now is stick it to the front of the card, plural. And at this point you can decide if you want to raise this up. I think I'm just going to stick it flat and have it as a very, very simple card. Make life easy, you know? So adhesive on the back. Whoops. Let's get that in there. Again, as centered as I can. Whoops. It's fine, it's not straight. And when you then give this to someone, they'll love it, because you made it. Somewhat line this up. That'll do, that'll do. There you go. 2 quick, simple cards. Even the die cutting didn't take that long. You know, adding the double-sided adhesive to the back of the cardstock didn't take long at all. And then you've used more elements, more not backing papers, more pattern papers from the kit. I have, excuse me, I have loads of pattern paper. I love the stuff, I hoard it, but it's nice to know when there's an idea for using it. So this is one way to do that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, I will, yeah, keep crafting, and let's see what else we can come up with. Bye for now.